Hi, everybody. Welcome to Feel Good Friday. If you have not joined us for a Feel Good Friday before, oh, hang on. I just realized something. Bear with me. Um, okay, I decided I was going to do headset today and I forgot. But I just want to make sure that absolutely everybody can um, hear because this is a really important topic today. So I'm here for Feel Good Friday. And if you've never joined a Feel Good Friday, first of all, if I have not met you yet, my name is Leah Lund, and I am the creator of One Whole Health. And at One Whole Health, we offer coaching programs and retreats, all designed to help women feel good because I believe in my heart of hearts that life is meant to be enjoyed and you are meant to feel good. And so we're dedicated to teaching women how to change their brain and manage their mindset and master their emotions so that you can be happy and feel good and live a life that is purposeful, fulfilling, and that you just can't wait to wake up in the morning and start another day. And so that is our Feel Good Friday. Today, I am going to talk about a subject that I can't not talk about. And at first, it might not seem like a feel-good topic. So bear with me. Please hang in because this Feel Good Friday is about giving you specific tools and strategies for feeling good. But I must talk about today what's been going on in our culture and our world. And in effort to have this be a timeless message, I'm not going to refer to any specific people, but we've been seeing way too much suicide. And it's happening and it's in the news with celebrities, which is no more important or different than any other person when suicide occurs. It's just that it's happening so much more frequently. We've had a 25% increase in suicides in the US since 1999. And we're seeing it with celebrities and people that look happy from the outside. I talked to a dear friend this morning, and her school, freshman age kids, there's been 3 or 4 in the last few weeks that have committed suicide. In my little mountain town here, we've had 5 or 6 suicides ranging from kids to those in 40s and 50s over the last probably 8 to 10 weeks. So it's happening, and I want to talk about it, and I want to talk about it in a very proactive, what can you personally do about what's going on, starting with you. So I promise you, this is a Feel Good Friday, even though I'm starting out with this weighty topic. So first of all, my first point is suicide doesn't happen overnight, and unhappiness doesn't have to be to the extreme of potentially meaning suicide for it to be something worth taking action on. So today I'm not here to delve into the mental health issue because that is a very broad and deep subject. I'm not here to talk about what's going on in our nutrition that's contributing, with prescription medication that's contributing, our stress, our toxin issue. All of that is a very worthy subject, and it's just not the subject that I'm covering here in this way on Feel Good Friday. I'm here to talk about a different issue that you can take action on for yourself today. And this is the epidemic. It is an epidemic. I see it that way. The epidemic of subtle unhappiness. So, which sometimes can lead to be a terminal issue. Not always, most of the time not. But yet it's still an epidemic of subtle unhappiness in the background. And it sounds like, oh, I'm doing okay. Oh, what are you going to do? Everything's all right. So I am here to encourage you to stop normalizing or minimizing or justifying just feeling okay, because you deserve, and you were actually designed and put on this planet to feel radical happiness. So I want to ask you something today. When you woke up this morning, think back to this morning when you woke up on a 1 to 10 scale. How excited were you to live this day? On a 1 to 10, where 10 is I cannot wait to jump out of bed because this is the best day ever. On a 1 to 10 scale, how excited were you to live this day? Anything less than a 10 is a subtle little sign of unhappiness. And that might sound out there. That might sound extreme. But truly, anything less than a 10 is a sign that you're tolerating some little things, most likely because you think there's nothing that you can do about it, or you think, well, I'll have time for that later. Later on, I'll do this thing that I get excited about, that's my passion and my purpose. And there is no later. Life is right now. It starts right here. And I'm looking at some notes this morning because this is too important not to. I want to say the right thing, and I want to say it in a way that you can hear it. And I want my true intent to come across, because this is not about any kind of judgment. And it's not limited to the conversation of diagnosed mental health issues. This is about you, me, everyone, everyday people, all of us, and how much subtle unhappiness do we just get accustomed to and tolerate? And how much regret do we have at the end of life when we look back and go, you know what, I should have done this. I should have spent more time on what was important to me. I should have spent more time on my passion. And I want to change that. I want to like radically have a self-love, self-care movement that just breaks our happiness wide open, and for each of you to feel unbelievably happy every day. And that is possible. And it does start with radical self-care, radical self-love. So for all the women who, as I say that, you think, oh, but I need to take care of my family first and their happiness is more important, your kids will have a harder time being happy when they don't see you modeling radical happiness, living your purpose in addition to being a mom, feeling fulfilled every day, having a joyful life every day that you just can't wait to get out of bed for. So this matters. Your happiness matters, and it actually influences everybody around you, your kids, your family, your coworkers, your community, our world. And you can either influence our world by default, by not even realizing that the subtle things in the background of your mind make a difference and influence, or you can influence by design, by making it your mission to make yourself as happy as you possibly can. If you've followed me for a while, you've heard me say life is meant to be enjoyed, and you are meant to feel good. So today's Feel Good Friday is not any kind of guilt trip. It's no judgment. It is a calling to come together and take action, which is the action of doing absolutely everything you can to be as happy as you can. So before you invest in more clothes, and I love clothes, don't get me wrong, before you buy more clothes, before you put an addition on your house, before you upgrade your car, invest everything you've got, your time, your money, your energy, your focus, invest it in you and your happiness, because it just could be a life and death matter. Love yourself like your life depends on it, because it does, at least the quality. And in some very unfortunate cases, it comes down to actual life itself. So the quality of life depends on you taking action now for your radical happiness. So I'm going to give you 7 ways, 7 things that you can start doing today. And please share it, because when we see an example of somebody else, an ordinary person, taking radical steps to be happy and love themselves, then it makes it just a little bit easier for everybody else to do the same. So we can do this, and we can do this together. So the number one thing for radical happiness and a life that you just can't wait to get out of bed for is have fun. Have fun. Have fun in your day, every day somehow. Whether it's something that you plan, an activity, whether it is just a sense of humor as you go about things, and infusing that sense of humor into workplaces and serious places. all of it. Do something fun every single day. The number one craving I see in our neuronutrition, so when I say we help people change their brain, we do a lot of different things, neuroscience to change the neural pathways, but also neuronutrition to feed the brain so that the brain can make feel-good chemicals. One of the most common signs of depletion and a way of living that depletes also is not having enough fun, because then what happens is you crave fun. You crave fun through food or self-harm or substances, and it's a balancing, it's a substitute. It's having a strong desire for those things, because what you really want is more fun and more pleasure in your own life from non-food, non-substance things. So be proactive and treat it like life and death, that you have fun every single day. That might sound odd, to treat it like life and death, but treat it like life and life. Life and the biggest, best, most radical, happy life you can have. Have fun. Have fun today. Have fun right now when you get off of this Facebook Live with me. Secondly, find a purpose and live it. We all feel better when we have a purpose that is individual. Family purpose is great. Being a parent is wonderful, of course. Serving others, very, very important. But also have a purpose that is deeply personal to you, that fills you up. Number 3, be gentle and kind with everyone. Starting with yourself, but with absolutely everyone. So yes, that means the person that gets on your nerves. That means the person that you think is behaving badly. Be gentle and kind with them too. Because the truth of the matter is, every now and then I'll come across somebody that is very judgmental toward me, or very like strict and rigid about, well, you should be doing this and you should be doing that. I instantly know if they are that judgmental to me, they are even more judgmental to themselves. That's what that means. So if you come across anybody that's like that, that's kind of tough to take because there's an edge to them, remember, that's how they're treating themselves too. Maybe you can be gentle and kind to them, and they will in turn be gentle and kind to you, and be gentle and kind to themselves. So that's number 3, being gentle and kind. Number 4, prioritize your self-care, and not only your self-care, like sleep and water and nutrition and solitude time by yourself and meditation and journaling. And it's not any one thing, it's not either or, it's all of that. But also self-growth and self-development. If we're not growing, we are dying. And that does not feel good, and that is not happiness. So take personal development courses. Challenge yourself to become an expert in a new hobby. Develop your mental capacity. Play brain games. Do everything you can to improve and grow yourself on a regular basis. Personal development matters to your happiness because it keeps you stretching into new and exciting things. Let's face it, otherwise you get in a rut and you get bored, and life becomes like that hamster wheel of I just go to work and I come home and I make dinner and I with the kids and then I start all over again. Grow yourself. Number 5, connect with people that you have in your life. Connect with them, like really, really connect with them. And what I mean by that is both have a community, have an actual tribe. So that's one of the things I just love and see being so powerful about One Whole Health is we have community. And inside of Vibrant Woman, we have community. We have women that have each other's backs, that listen, that support each other. And yes, it's about the coaching, but it's also about that community. So have that. And have that in many ways. Have that in person, in your local community, have that within your family. You can have that online. You can go to meetups, but connect with people. Social interaction is not only does it help us be happy, but it's literally very good for our brain. It keeps our brain fluid and it stimulates areas of the brain that really can't be stimulated in any other way. Number 6, accept and love yourself. And do whatever kind of therapy or counseling or coaching or personal development work it takes to get to that point. I know firsthand, it's not always an overnight thing to accept and love yourself, but it is critical to your happiness and to your quality of life. So do whatever it takes to be okay with you and all your flaws, because we are all perfectly flawed human beings. We are ordinary miracles. Yes, miracle. And yes, ordinary. So we need to just accept that and be good with that and be okay with that and focus out on what's next and how much fun can I have, not, oh my gosh, I made this mistake in the past. Accept and love yourself. And number 7, I'm going to bring it back to feeding your brain, because this is fundamental. It's very difficult to do numbers 1 through 6 if you're depleted in your neurochemistry. This is what a diagnosis of depression is depleted serotonin. Anxiety, depleted serotonin. Feeling overwhelmed, feeling overstressed, feeling sensitive to what other people say and do, feeling a lack of confidence, doubting yourself, being irritable, being easily flustered. All of these things, even introvert and extrovert, come down to neurotransmitters. And through stress or poor nutrition or genetic factors, you can become depleted in those chemicals. And if you are, it's just a physical biochemical thing. It's no different than trying to run a marathon on a broken leg. It makes running that marathon a lot harder. So it means it makes feeling happy and loving yourself and being accepting of others a lot harder. And it's also very simple, not always easy, and there can be complicating factors, but it's really a very direct solution for restoring your neurotransmitter levels, and that's through neuronutrition or amino acid therapy. So if you're interested in that, and my intent today is not to talk about our work or anything like that, but there is a simple self-scoring assessment that you will know if you're depleted in your brain chemistry. And especially if you lean toward feeling depressed sometimes or feeling anxious, take it. You'll know for yourself. The higher the numbers, the greater the sign of depletion. And that means it can be improved simply with the right brain nutrition in the form of amino acids. So those are 7 ways you can take action today on your radical happiness. Don't ever allow money or time or self-doubt or other people's priorities to cause you not to invest in having a life that you cannot wait to wake up in the morning because you love your life. Does that mean everything's perfect? Of course not. But the more you invest in yourself, the more you have this self-happiness, this radical happiness that comes from the inside out. It's less dependent on what's going on out there. And when we get every person on this planet to have that kind of happiness inside, there will be world peace. There won't be suicide. There won't be wars. There won't be shootings. We will be a happy society. And I know that's a lofty vision. I also know 1,000% it starts with each individual being so happy that they wake up in the morning and they're just excited about what you're doing. And so make this the most important thing that you do in everything that you do to make yourself happy. And in the spirit of connection and loving each other, share this today. Share this video with somebody that you love. And just send them a little message and say, you know what, I haven't connected with you for a while, and I want you to know you mean a lot to me. And I hope you're having a really great day and things are going really well for you in life, and I thought you might enjoy this. Let them know that they matter, because you know that you matter. And you know, individually and collectively, our happiness matters. No more tolerating these subtle little forms of I'm okay unhappiness. It's a sign, and it's a sign you can take action on right now. And share what you're going to do today, because I want to hear how we are just making this vibrational ripple around the planet of self-care and self-love and happiness.